Aladdin is one of the most beloved classic cartoons of its era, with a legacy that still lives on to this day. And all of the success it's seen is due in no small part to the performance put in by Robin Williams. Williams played the part of the face of the franchise. That, of course, not being its titular character Aladdin, but rather its blue-faced buffoon, the Genie. But Robin did more than just lend his vocal cords to the part. He gave a very distinct voice to a very unique character, with a performance that was infused with Williams' personality, giving the Genie his signature chaotic comedic energy. Not to oversell it here, but it literally feels like the Genie was made using Robin's essence. He gave this character a voice, and that voice was his own, which really helped matters, because Williams' quick wit, fast-paced meta-nature really complemented the Genie's otherworldly presence.
Why? 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
You're a lot smaller than my last master. Either that or I'm getting bigger. Look at me from the side. Do I look different to you?
Right, Sparky, here's the deal. If you want to court the little lady, you gotta be a straight shooter. Do you got it?
Hal, little buddy.
Hell, I can't help you. I work for Senior Psychopath now.
Don't stand until the rug has come to a complete stop.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye.
Robin treated his vocal sessions like they were stand-up sets, trying all different kinds of improv and impressions throughout his time in the booth, a lot of which made it to the final cut. Though that's not to say that there wasn't anything left on the cutting room floor. Williams spent a lot of time recording and went through a lot of material, so he made sure that there was plenty for the special features section.
Only one way to do it, boy. Tell her the truth. I'm not a liar.
No substitutions, exchanges, or refunds. That's all. And don't try to wish for more wishes, because that's a little redundant. Can you say redundant?
All right, baby. Here's a little magic coming at you right now.
Tell her the truth. Say the phrase again. Use it in a sentence. I will tell her the truth.
Easy for you to say.
No, quiet.
Shut the box.
Easy for you. Go back in the lane. So tell me, when your life passed in front of your eyes, did you go, I'm not that interesting?
This actor was made to play this character. He was effortlessly entertaining and just overall likable. You wished you had a friend like him. You could feel the connection that Robin had with this character. I know I can. I have to admit, just hearing that voice come out of that cartoon fills me with such a sense of nostalgia. Because Robin Williams was the Genie. And this would become a problem when Robin Williams was not the Genie.
But never duplicated. Duplicated. Genie.
No, I'm not talking about him. Not yet, anyway. We'll get there. We'll get there. Unfortunately, Disney and Williams had a contract dispute following the success of Aladdin. Williams was taking a pay cut with the understanding that he wouldn't be perceived as the movie star, and wouldn't be used excessively in marketing, which he absolutely was, 100%. It was this face on the merchandise, and it was his name on the trailers. So leaving the product left those in charge with the task of doing the impossible, replacing Robin Williams. So for its sequel and its follow-up series, the role was then taken over by Dan Castellaneta, whose name I probably just butchered. We're talking about Homer Simpson himself.
He's big. He's blue. He's back.
Not enough.
And look, a talented actor he is. But Robin Williams, he noticeably is not. And that's not a slight against him, because realistically, how could he be? The most unfortunate thing is that Dan's played the part for years in various projects. And for the longest time, people have complained about him in the role. And if I'm being entirely honest here, I know many will disagree with this, but I will stand by this statement. Dan doesn't do a bad job. Had I never heard Robin Williams in the part, I would think this performance was more than acceptable. He brings a very similar clown-like fun to the role like his predecessor did. The voice seems to match the model, it makes sense for the character, and I can even buy the dynamics between he and the rest of the cast in the movie and the show.
Come on, everyone. Get in here. Home cooking. Let's go.
Guess I'll have to force feed them. Take that, you dirty rats.
Friendly neighborhood wedding consultant.
Now says we got a stall.
Look alive, people.
Except you, of course.
Leave now, I will be forced to destroy you.
Destroy me.
Oh, goody. I've intimidated him.
You can't mix sand magic with genie magic.
It might unravel the fabric of the universe and annihilate all life.
Besides, it's against union rules. Right, got it. Say no more. Enough said. Roger, over and out.
Funnily enough, he'd actually get a chance to voice the character on an episode of The Simpsons as well. An episode that saw two of the most famous characters the actors played interact with one another.
You robbed? You must like me. You really, really like me. Here's Genie.
By all means, he wasn't a bad choice at all. Unfortunately, the problem is that there really is no replacing Robin Williams. The man applied his personality to his performance, and because of that, anytime someone else has been asked to step into the studio, well, they sound like a cheap impersonation of a character who spends most of their time doing impersonations. I think ultimately Dan really deserves a lot more praise for his work, because it's not only serviceable, it's genuinely really good. It's just after you've heard Robin's take on the character, there really is no comparison. And Dan at times can sound like he's desperately trying to recapture the magic of a former genie. Luckily, Williams would return to the role in the final installment in the Aladdin trilogy, a movie which somehow saw him even more unhinged than ever before. If he was dialing it up to 10 in the first movie, he was dialing it up to 20 in this one. He spends most of his screen time doing impressions, even more so than in the first film, and there's a lot more references. And I'm also sure the excess attention put on the character in this outing had a lot to do with the return of the man playing the part. Ironically, he doesn't contribute to the story in any major way, but he still feels like a much-needed addition.
Fears of the future family man, L from Agrabah, share with us.
It's a bachelor party, big boy!
And your name is?
I'm Thor. You're Thor? Well, it hurts. Once again, this whole broadcast has been brought to you by Sam.
It's everywhere.
Oh, look, it's a Kodiak moment.
Put that bear out of here.
Going on now. Got a pot here. Got a pot here. Help me. I can't stop myself. Somebody rub the lamp. Somebody rub the lamp. Oh, you know I feel it.
If there was any doubt that Williams was the genie that Disney wanted you to remember, then look no further at this Disney short, as they brought back the man's magic post-mortem.
I haven't seen a fall like that since Rome. Oh, much better.
Or just look at the fact that the latest genie voice, Jim Meskimen, another last name I really hope that I'm not butchering, was tasked with recreating Williams' performance, not Dan Castellaneta's.
Name's Genie of the Lamp. How you doing? Just make a wish and all your problems will be solved.
Sora.
You're the best. Talk about a friend. Magic at your service all day, 24/7 and 365. That's right. I'm all yours.
And it's a pretty solid impression, too. I mean, it's a lot closer than Homer was anyway. I think without the genie, Aladdin would be missing its identity. Just like how without Robin Williams, it feels like the genie is missing his. For all of Dan's contributions, I think the character will best be remembered for the performance that defined it. That, of course, being the originator. In the live-action remake that came years later, Will Smith took over the role. And I didn't hate it, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess I didn't really love it either, but I did at least, like it. It wasn't the genie from the animated movies, but yet again, how could it be? More importantly, it wasn't asking the actor to be. It seemed like the live-action movie learned its lesson from the second Genie. Asking an actor to play the exact part that another made famous isn't necessarily a recipe for success. So instead of asking someone to be Robin Williams, they got Will Smith and asked him to be Will Smith. And you know what? He did a pretty good job of that. He made for a fun, likable character just like the original Genie. And I don't think he would have done that successfully if he was being tasked with trying to be the first Genie.
I know you can't tell, but I am very pale. This is sky blue. My natural pigmentation is navy. Give us some sun.
Okay, Genie.
Ooh,
I wish for you.
Little monkey with the lamp trick. Never seen that one before. I am not a giant. I am a genie. There is a difference. Giants are not real. Genies don't really have friends.
I thought you said you never had a friend like me.
No, I said you never had a friend like me.
With all due respect, for me, and I think for most people, Robin Williams will always be the one and only. But having said that, I don't think we've ever truly gotten a bad version of the blue guy. We had the OG, we had a solid stand-in, and we had a unique take on the character tailored to the actor that was playing him. All in all, not a bad one amongst them. Well, that was a tale of two, or I guess technically 3 genies, and the talents that brought this animated character to life. And having said that, if you like this video and would maybe want to see a video on the Aladdin trilogy, let me know in the comment section below by leaving a comment saying,
I'm the genie.
I am vengeance. I am the night. And that was V Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.